Come here. Where you go? Where are you? Are we recording? Yeah, we're recording. We're filming.
Why didn't you wait until I was on screen?
Because I didn't. I don't know. You left. You walked away.
Hello, everyone.
You're not. The mic's right there.
Hello, everyone. Well, if I need to look at the mic. Okay, yeah.
There we go.
Oh my god, it's like we're actually in a podcast.
Yeah, it's like we're in a real life studio.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure
live studio audience.
Make sure you're talking into
I'll
the
talk
mic.
to the mic.
Okay. Talk to
Hey,
him.
how you doing, baby?
Let me talk to him. So, we actually do have some stuff to come clean about.
It's about time.
We haven't been. Hold on, you want to move over a little bit, just to center it? No, not to me. I appreciate it, but like over here, the center.
You're so far away now.
I know, but that's how far I'm supposed to be. Because you want it to be centered, right? Because it'll kind of look weird. Yeah, like most of our audience has like ADHD or autism or OCD, so we sort of have to make sure that it's like not. We have to make sure we have to make sure. So.
Okay, that's fine.
We don't have a whole lot of questions today, and I don't really want to.
I don't think we prompted a question. It might be on us.
Well, no, it's an advice show, so they're always supposed to ask for advice, right?
Mm.
Be careful, because you might turn the echo on.
Is it on?
No.
Okay.
No, well, it could be. So, well, I think we should just start with the questions, because we do have something pretty serious to talk about.
Yes, we do.
So this is from Sivant. Oh yeah. We're in a new place. This isn't permanent.
New environment.
This isn't permanent. It's just my mommy and daddy aren't home, so we can use we can use the kitchen all we want.
We're freaking bad.
We're bad. We're using the kitchen, and we're gonna say fucking cunt in the kitchen.
And shit and piss too. Question time.
Who wins? Who's next? You decide. So that was about last episode about the fantasy draft.
Well, who did win?
Nobody decided. Well, actually, one person decided, and so that's the definitive answer, is because one person answered.
Okay.
And then, so our good friend Asbestos says, Team Bard won instantly by choosing Dante. I'd choose Dante as my captain. And then they list their team. Offense, Mega Man X. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. The player from Sunset Overdrive for skating. 2B from Nier Automata. Arnold Palmer from Arnold Palmer Golf Tournament. Better than Tiger Woods. Ezio, Assassin's Creed. John Marston, RDR1. Nico from One Shot. Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Akuma from Street Fighter. Defense, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider Legends. Earthworm Jim from Earthworm Jim. Prince Cosmos from Katamari. Pac-Man from Pac-Man. Skull Trooper from Fortnite. Chun-Li from Street Fighter. Goalie Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. So that's a good team. That's a good lineup, I think.
I haven't played any of those games except Katamari,
true.
So I assume it's good.
You've played You've played Street Fighter.
Have I?
Yeah, you've played
Maybe
Street
like
Fighter.
Once or twice with you.
You've played Street Fighter. You've played Fortnite.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you have. I've watched you play Fortnite.
Oh, like once?
You've played Pac-Man.
Pac-Man World sucks.
You played regular Pac-Man.
You tried playing Pac-Man World like a week ago.
Pac-Man World 3.
No, I thought it was the
It
original.
was Pac-Man. No, I thought it was Pac-Man World 3.
No, man. They only got 2.
This game fucking sucked.
But yeah, it was terrible. It was god-awful.
You've played, regular Pac-Man.
Yep. Everyone's played the Pac-Mans. Pac-Man.
And then Cheesy Penguins had this to say, I don't think any of these characters can skate, except Shadow. I don't think that's true. I think Dante from Devil May Cry can skate, and I think Bayonetta can skate. I just don't think they choose to.
No, man, they're too busy working. No one never brought them to skating lessons.
I think SpongeBob can skate, too. I'm pretty sure there is an episode where he skates.
How do you skate underwater?
Ice. Because sometimes the ice is...
Ice rises.
You know what? If you're asking how do they skate underwater, the bigger question is how do they have a house underwater?
Well, it's a pineapple under the sea.
Pineapples don't grow there.
It's in the sand, bruh. It's a house.
It's underwater. It should float away.
Does SpongeBob have a mortgage?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, no, because he grew his house.
They canonically have real estate because of that episode where Squidward tries to sell his house.
No, SpongeBob grows his house with a plant.
Right, because when they drink the nematodes.
Yeah.
Nematodes.
So, I think more people than just Shadow can skate. I think they just haven't shown it off.
Spilt my fruity ass tea.
I need a nap. There's not even a spill.
I spilled it.
There's not even a spill.
Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
My question is, how come naps are so good? Thank you.
That's a good question.
It depends entirely on what your perspective is. Sometimes naps are good because you're depressed and you don't like being awake. And that one is so that's a different thing. But
that's the canon university experience. But
I mean, I've been out of university for a while, so I don't think the university is the problem.
Do you like sleeping, or do you just like feeling energized from sleep?
When I'm exhausted, I find it relaxing to lie down, and if I'm depressed or anxious, I find that it's better than being on my feet and awake.
Because I often feel like tired and achy and ill. I'm very frail, so sleeping as a concept feels good to me because it's like a respite from that.
You're like General Wolf.
Yeah, I'm the frail ass white man.
You're the general.
In this indigenous ass house. What? I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, just when you said indigenous ass, it just sounds bad.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to add a new thing to your apology, actually.
Oh.
Well, yeah, you wrote an apology. Remember?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's been coming.
Do you want to? I think you can. When you do that, you might want to throw in a bit about. I'm sorry for saying indigenous ass. People. I'm sorry for saying indigenous ass.
Yep.
But you could have been worse. So naps are so good. They're relaxing. They're a respite. And if you're like I said, if you're depressed, you're sad, it's easier to nap than to be awake. It's an escape from reality. So there's a few reasons naps are good. I think the best reason, obviously, is to just relax and chill.
Yeah.
The saddest reason is just from a respite from reality. That's the saddest reason to take a nap. But sometimes you need it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you could see it as a sad thing, but if you're depressed, you need rest. Like,
I know, but it's like you're kind of wasting away sometimes.
Sometimes, but I mean, there's worse things. Like, there's worse coping you can do.
There's worse coping mechanisms, but a better coping mechanism is probably talking to your friends and family, but sometimes they stress you the fuck out.
Ain't that the truth?
Reading a book. Sometimes when you're depressed, you don't want to read, but sometimes reading can be good. You can just re-energize. It's like taking a nap, but without your eyes closing.
Yeah.
So that's the questions. We don't have a lot of them. In fact, we only had one.
We don't have any advice either.
Oh, I completely forgot that this is an advice show because so many of the questions are like, "What do you think about blank?" Not like, "What should I do?" My question is, "Why are naps so good?" That's not advice. That's a question.
I think we might have to clarify. Are we like a help show?
Yeah.
Do our people need help?
Sometimes. I mean, there've been a few questions where somebody needed help, but I think most of the time it's just like, "What do you think about like sandwiches?" Which, like, yeah, you can ask me that and I'll answer, but that's not really what the show's about.
Yeah, well, maybe we should work in advice into those answers. Like, if someone asks, "What do you like sandwiches?" we can say yes.
Here's how you make a sandwich.
If you're in XYZ situation, here's how a sandwich will make it better.
Yeah, camera. I gotta turn auto. Let me turn on the auto. There we go. Yay. Autofocus will be better. I had manual focus on. I've had manual focus. What?
This lighting is complimenting us.
I think it makes me look very pale. Did you spill on the mic?
No, I just bumped it.
You did not spill on the mic. That lighting makes me look very pale. It's very like pale white. It's very white light.
Do you ever get offended by those filters that make your face like white?
Yes, they're offensive. The default filters on phones now, they have like a default filter on that clears your face and lightens your skin. It's fucked up and racist. I take photos and it's like white-o vision. Like it clears up all my acne and it makes my skin like 2 shades lighter. It's fucked up.
The thing is that white people love it.
White people love it because to a white person, beauty is being whiter.
Clean and white.
They want to be whiter.
They want to be a porcelain doll.
They want to look like those old Victorian dolls that are scary.
And the sad thing
is... They want to look like the Death Scissors from Devil May Cry 5. Look that up.
And look
that up. Look up Death Scissor Devil May Cry 5. Look it up right now.
Okay. But the sad thing is that it's not just white people that want to be white porcelain dolls.
There are some countries where they want to be as white as possible.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Korea.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
Yes, we know.
We don't know.
What am I searching up?
DMC5. Death Scissors. Yeah, just hit enter. Hit enter. This is what white people want to look like.
Remember the Scissor Sisters? It's a good band.
The Scissoring Sisters? Like that's what white people want to look like. Look at the second picture. That's what a white person wants to look like.
Like this?
Yeah, that's what they want to look like. Don't zoom. No, hold on. Don't. Okay, stop zooming.
Your computer's so weird.
No, it's not. You just don't know how to use a laptop.
Why do they look like that?
That's what white people want to look like.
That's what white people do look like.
That's what you look like.
When I come to your house, that's what you see.
You close that up there now.
Okay.
Because we got to pay attention to the levels.
Yeah, we can't just be looking at death scissors all day.
I don't really want to look at them either. Devil May Cry 5 is so good. Once we get through this apology, all I want to talk about this episode is video games. I don't want to talk about anything else. I've been so stressed recently. I've been so stressed and exhausted. I've been also. I think I'm going through an episode, but that's totally unrelated to my stress. But it's actually related to my stress, but also unrelated.
This podcast might be good for you, just to have an outlet
to get it all off my chest.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to. I don't think I want. I think I could, but I don't think. I think I already got most of it off my chest yesterday or day before or whenever it was I went to therapy. I think I got a lot of it off my chest, but it doesn't make the feelings go away. It just makes the weight of them go away. They're not heavy. They're not as heavy. But I want to talk about video games. Is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about something else.
Okay.
But I'll say that there's a family, an ongoing family emergency, and I've been taking care of the house. I've been basically being a daddy. I've been being a daddy to my own daddy.
Yes.
A little bit.
Did you refer to the how to find a daddy episode?
That's how to find a mommy.
Right.
But oh shit, I could have called this one how to be a doo-doo.
How to be a doo-doo.
I could have called this one how to be a doo-doo. Because that's what I call my dad my doo-doo.
Are you the doo-doo now?
I'm kind of been a doo-doo.
Tell the people what you've been doing.
I've been cooking. I've been cleaning. I've been working my ass off. I've been doing I think I did laundry every single day this week because I did my grandpa's laundry because he's sick, and I did my family's laundry, and I did my own laundry. My dad's been working. My mom's been taking care of him. So there's been a lot of work, but we've all been pulling our weight in different ways. So.
Does it make you feel good about yourself that you're helping your family unit?
Yeah, but it's like tiring and exhausting because I gotta, as you know, I'm an unemployed motherfucker. So I'm looking for jobs and they're stressing me the fuck out. And then I'm cooking dinner and that's tiring. And I'm cleaning, that's tiring. And then my grandpa's sick, so that's anxiety inducing. And then on top of the regular stuff, so man, it's stressful, man. It's stressful as a motherfucker. I'm tired.
But it's funny because as stressful as those things are, it sounds like they're all like contributing. Knowing that you're contributing might be a strength.
Okay. You know what? It's JFK. He said, "Don't pray for shit to get easier."
I don't know if he said that.
He said, "Don't pray for shit to get easier.
It's just gonna get harder.
Shit's gonna get harder." So
he was right.
He said, "Don't pray for it to get easier because it's gonna get harder." So pray to be stronger is what he said.
Kamala should have said that.
Didn't work for him. I mean,
no.
He was right though. Don't pray for easier times. Pray to be stronger men. That's something what he said, and then he died.
Do you remember JFK from that show?
The way the camera set up, it almost looks like we're kids. Like it almost looks like we're like. Yay. It almost looks like we're filming a video for class.
Well, you are a doo-doo.
What the hell? What happened to my hand? Is the camera picking that up?
Did you lose your arm hair again?
No. Oh, yeah, that happened a while ago, too, where my arm hair disappeared. I, lost, half my forearm of arm hair just disappeared. I don't know where the hell it went.
You might have been, malnourished.
I think I'm not malnourished. I think I might have put the camera too high, but now it'll be weird if I take it down.
It's okay. It's a one-time
Are the
episode.
levels looking good?
I don't know.
The levels are looking good.
Watch, yeah.
Yeah, the levels are looking good. So that's what's been going on. I mean, it's
you often
stressful.
wake up with injuries.
Yeah, I do. I wake up with bruises.
You used to blame me a lot. You said, you were cutting me in my sleep.
No, because you used to say that I used to beat you up in your sleep and choke you and strangle you.
Yeah, because there was a period there where I was waking up with scratches, but I figured out the mystery of that, where I was just itchy in the winter, and I would
Is that what that
myself.
was? You're just scratching in your sleep?
Yeah, I'm like a mantis.
Mantises don't scratch themselves.
You're like a cricket.
I'm not like a cricket. I'm not a cricket.
No, I'm not saying I'm a cricket. I scratch myself until I make sounds of pain.
The long-term plan... I really want to find a remote job is what I want to find. That would be so choice.
Yeah.
If anyone out there knows how to find me a remote job, get me a remote job. I want one. I want to sit at home.
You could start OnlyFans.
I want. This is close. This is close to an OnlyFans.
I'd support you. I'd be like iDubbbz.
Dude, you mean iCuck? So we have some apologies here.
Yep.
Because we fucked up. And so this is your apology that you wrote. So I think you're gonna want to read this one out.
Yeah.
But also preface it with the thing about the indigenous thing you want to say sorry for.
I said something I shouldn't have.
What was it you said?
I said indigenous ass as a descriptive.
Yeah.
So I am sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry for a lot of things.
Well,
dear advice for Buffoon fans. I am sorry.
Don't smile.
I'm sorry about a lot of things.
Yes. They're not gonna. I'm gonna have to edit this out. They're not gonna believe that you're sorry.
I can't look at you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about a lot of things. So I'll just go ahead and list them. Before I apologize, I want to explain my behavior. I have always struggled with making people happy, so I often try really hard to make people smile. Sometimes when people see me like me trying to have a good time, they get really upset. And they start making up comments and rumors that are not true. There is a lot of misinformation floating around the internet and the comment section, so I just want to put it all to rest. While you're enjoying my apology, while you're listening to my apology, please keep an open mind and hold your judgment until the end. You just might change your mind. I am sorry for pretending to be straight and ruining the 2024 New Year's ball drop in New York. The script called for a kiss with the one and only Sabrina Carpenter, but I couldn't do it. I really thought Troye Sivan would be there or something, and I could avoid the kiss, but I am sorry. I'm sorry that you all couldn't accept me for who I really was and tried to force me to be something that I'm not. I'm sorry for the things I said in War and Peace also. War and also Peace. I didn't realize you guys would all take it so seriously.
Stop smiling. It's not funny. This
I
isn't
know,
funny.
it's serious shit.
This reminds me of when Michael Richards tried to apologize on the Letterman or Conan or whatever.
Conan.
Was it Conan?
Pretty sure.
Where he said that. I don't think that was Conan. I don't think he said.
Was it Jimmy Kimmel?
I think it might have been either Kimmel or Letterman. Anyways,
back to my serious apology. If I'm being honest, I didn't think that what I said was all that bad.
That's a serious apology.
But sometimes the joke gets misinterpreted, as it often does. When you're in my position, there is a lot of pressure to say the right thing, to make people laugh, and be the smartest in the room. But honestly, sometimes people mess up. Yep. I'm also sorry for the misunderstanding on Louis Real Day. I honestly didn't realize that word would upset people. It happens. Finally, I'm sorry to anyone who got their feelings hurt by what I said online. I never claimed to be perfect. I never claimed to be a saint. I never said I wouldn't make jokes. In summary, I'm sorry, but I really want people to stop bringing up the past so I can just move on. So, now that everything's out in the air, thanks for listening. And also, I'm sorry for indigenous ass descriptors.
You already said that part.
Yeah. Do you think, no. Stop. Okay. Your turn. Apologize. Apologize.
I don't think I should have to apologize, but since everyone is sensitive and can't take a joke, here it is. I'm sorry. I hope that was enough.
Yeah, it's fine.
So that that's out of the air.
Video games.
I've been playing a lot of BioShock.
Yep.
I put 21 hours into BioShock 1 and 2.
To be honest, before I heard of BioShock, I thought it was identical to Borderlands.
I thought it was identical to System Shock.
The hell is that?
I didn't. That was a joke. You thought? Why would you think Bioshock's identical to Borderlands?
Because it has like a similar art style and it came out at like the same time.
They don't have a similar art style.
Maybe, but
They don't.
I was like, oh, you're playing another one of these
You're
games?
playing another Borderlands? Why don't you just look it up?
I don't know.
When you're
I'm
playing
not
a
gonna
game,
play it.
when you're playing a game, I Google it to figure out what's going on. I knew what Hello Kitty Island Adventure was before you did. I'm like, oh, so this is like Animal Crossing with like login rewards.
Yeah, but you don't like Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure is like if you merged Farmville and Animal Crossing.
It's actually so fun.
But I'm actually right though.
Yeah. I don't know. If I'm not interested in something, I won't take the time to read the Wikipedia page on it.
That's deeply moving. I might need to add something new to your apology. But if
your life is like reading Wikipedia.
No.
It's like, you know, in Metroid Prime, when like you see something new and you scan it, and then it gives you like a new page of information.
Because I like to be informed.
That's like your life.
I like to be oh, so I'm well read.
You are.
I like to be
I'm
informed.
complimenting you.
Okay, but why don't you do that then?
Because I'm not Samus.
You don't care about info. You just like to not know. You like to not know things.
Sometimes not knowing things is part of the adventure. You laugh, but I'm right.
Well, you're always well. No.
Do you think it would be fun going like on a trip, knowing exactly what's there and knowing exactly what it looks like?
See, I can tell you don't have an anxiety disorder.
Hmm.
Some of us be taking escitalopram.
I mean, yeah, like there's comfort in knowing what to expect, but you kind of lose out on some of the spontaneity of things.
When you go to a movie, though, you watch the trailer beforehand.
Well, yeah, because you have to fucking pay for it.
You have to pay for a vacation too.
Yeah, but like if you're going to Cuba, you know shit's gonna be lit.
But here's the deal: if you are paying for a vacation, okay, a flight to Valero or whatever is like $3,000. Okay.
Okay.
So
it's not, but
oh, dude, it's like $2,500 right now.
No, that's only coming up on my phone is that much because I have it listed for like a week from now.
It keeps going. It went up by $1,500 in 1 week.
Yeah, because it's listed for like the closer you get to the day, the prices will go up because you haven't bought the tickets yet.
Yeah, but I'm saying scientifically, like let's go the number your phone is at.
Okay, $3,000.
$3,000.
Yeah.
You know, plus hotel for like a week. That's like, you know, $100 a night. Let's assume it's probably more than that at a resort, right? So that's like $700 plus $3,000, $3,700 plus whatever, you know, annuities and fees. So that's like it's like $4,000. So, you know, a movie ticket's $11. So 4,000 divided by 11, I don't even know what that is. Alexa, what's 4,000 divided by 11?
4,000 divided by 11 is approximately 363.6364.
That's 363 movies. I can't. So I basically, you know, if a trailer's 1 minute, I have to watch 363 minutes worth of trailer to know if going to Cuba is worth it.
Okay, but you know what the difference is?
What?
You know exactly what to expect on a resort vacation. You are at a resort. It's going to be luxurious. You're going to have good food. You're going to have a good beach. You go to a movie.
Food poisoning.
You go to a movie for 3 hours. You have no idea what to expect.
Yeah, you do. You look at reviews.
Yeah, that's why you research that. You don't need to research a beach.
Yeah, you do, because you could go to the beach and there could be zebra mussels that rip your feet apart, and there could be eels that eat your baby,
and
there could be food poisoning, and there could be what if you go to what if you're like, oh, South Sudan seems nice this time of year, and then you go and now you're in a civil war.
Well,
you know, you don't read the reviews, you don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like there should be a middle ground of preparing and being spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
Spontaneous.
Spontanitis.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about vacation.
Okay.
We are tentatively going on a flight at the end of summer.
Yep. He's never flown.
I've never flown. We'll be going more than likely to beautiful British Columbia, in the valley, in between the two mountains. It's like going to the valley is like motorboating.
How so?
Between two big mounds.
Mm.
And hopefully it'll be just as fun.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
I think you'll enjoy it. I think you might, because you like mech suits and stuff.
What the hell are you
Just
talking
pretend
about?
you're in a mech suit.
What?
And you're flying to go fight
That's not a
Xeon
mech
or
suit.
something.
That's nothing like a mech suit. You're sitting in
a pretend you and everyone on the plane are in a big mech suit together.
Yeah, but somebody else is piloting it and there's no legs.
There are legs with wheels on the bottom.
That's not a leg, that's a wheel.
They're called legs.
They're not called... Nobody calls airplane wheels legs.
He's sticking his legs out.
He's sticking his legs out, he's shaking it.
And also, we're not traveling through the States, so we don't have to worry about exploding.
I've heard that there are people traveling to the States, like on vacation, they're getting held up at the border for like 3 days.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. Dude, if we wanted to go to Cuba, we'd have to get like cavity searches in Florida.
Well, if we do end up going back down that route, I'd probably try to organize it to go to Toronto rather than
stop. I don't even think you can go.
No, when I was
getting bonkers.
Yeah, but no, when I was looking, you can do direct flights from Toronto to Havana.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I don't think it's like a good idea to go to Florida, to fly to Florida if you're not in America now.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can avoid the States entirely.
Can you imagine if we flew to the States and they put us in Guantanamo Bay for 3 days?
Yeah. Well, no, they're sending people to El Salvador or something.
Yeah, but they could send. They might if it's summer and I have a tan, they might think I'm Mexican or Guatemalan. I've been asked if I'm Hispanic.
They're going to say you're Middle Eastern.
And you're thinking like, oh, I'm watching right now. This guy's so white. Yeah, because it's fucking April and it's still snowy out and cold and there's no sun.
Depending on what kind of mood they're in, might say you're a different shade of brown.
Yes. Look at the first Advice for Buffoons episode. I am noticeably darker.
50 Shades of Brown.
50...
I'm sorry. I'll add that to my apology.
Yeah, you might want to apologize next episode. So, the next... So I'm noticeably darker in the summer, so I could get sent to El Salvador. That is not an impossibility that I could go to Florida, fly to Florida, and get deported from a country I don't even live. That's possible.
And that's not even the crazy thing. The crazy thing is that the
crazy thing.
No one would know.
The crazy thing is that I would have a great time. The crazy thing is they'd accept me.
Yeah. They deport you to a 5-star hotel in El Salvador.
They deport me to a rich, luxurious resort.
Right in the beach.
Yep. And the Canadian government will put me up in the El Salvadoran hotel, so we'll get a free vacation.
And Jordan's principal will give you a PS5.
Why would Jordan's principal get involved? Oh, because I got deported.
Yeah.
So the Canadian embassy will be like, in El Salvador, will be like, hey, we're going to help you out. We're going to set you up in a resort. Jordan's principal is going to be like, here's the Nintendo Switch 2 to help you out while you're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Polyev wins, in which case they'll
just give out regular Switches.
The white employee at Jordan's principal will be like, here's a fucking...
Yes, do.
Here's like a...
Here's a Frogger laptop.
Here's a Frogger laptop. Hopefully my boy's working. My boy who's down in the comment sections right now. Hopefully he's back. Getting me hooked up with that Switch 2. Moo Meadows cow. But I think you know what, as the host of this podcast, I think we've talked enough about real life. I talked enough about I'm tired of this. The last thing I don't want to talk about anything else.
Okay, we'll go back to video games.
I don't want to talk about video games.
You said you wanted to talk about nothing.
I want to talk about porn.
You've been watching porn sites.
No, I don't. No.
No,
I have actually been watching porn sites, but I've been watching a lot of porn sites. But the reason I've been watching this is because there's a podcast I enjoy. I'm not going to name the podcast.
They said I'm not naming the so bad.
I'm not naming the podcast.
Okay. Do
you want to know why I'm not going to name the podcast?
Because you want to plug.
No. Actually, the reason I'm not going to... So, okay, let me clarify, because there are viewers out there who are anti-porn, so I just want to clarify. I was not watching porn. I was pirating a podcast premium episodes that I like. This and it...
No, you have a hair in your eye. Oh, it's connected to your head.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. And this podcast, they make $30,000 a month.
What?
Yeah. So I don't feel too guilty stealing from their,
They just sit around and drink all day.
What?
They sit around and drink all day and chat and they get $30,000 a month?
Okay, listen, I know you don't like this podcast, but they do not sit around and drink all day. Most of the time
they have like 2 subscribers. How do they make that much money?
They have 100. Well, we're not going to narrow it down. Point being, they make like $30,000 a month. So each of them takes home, $10,000. So that's like $100,000 a year for their podcast. So like, I don't feel too bad streaming this illegally. But so that's why I've been on these porn sites, because people have been re-uploading their premium episodes onto these porn sites, and then because I was looking up, this blank podcast leaked episodes.
Do you have to watch ads?
I do have to watch insane hentai ads. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ads are crazy. Well, no, because I'm usually playing like 40K Darktide, which is one of the best.
You just have porn on in the background.
Fucking awesome. Fucking love Darktide. It's so awesome. And I'm playing, and I'm like, all right, cue up this episode, and then before the episode plays, it'll run a porn ad, and I'm looking at my screen, and my psycher will be like, Faratoma! And then there'll be like a chaos nerve going, and then over the Vox, it's like, I assume you fools are heading to the objective. And then in my left and right ear, it's like, you ever wanted to fuck your brother? You ever want to ride your brother's shit? And I'm like, nah, man. and then I once again porn? It goes, for my beloved from Darktide. Sometimes it's gay porn, yeah.
Interesting.
Most of it's like hentai though. Most of it's like anime girls. Most of it's anime chicks.
Yep.
So that's what I've been watching their leaked episodes. But I'll tell you why I don't want to name them on this podcast, because if we ever make it big,
we can collaborate.
When they want to collab, that would be literally one of my dreams come true. I don't have dreams about anything. That's one of them. That would be one of the best days ever.
Do you like them so much because you like the idea of is it more so that you like them or you like their lifestyle?
I don't give a fuck about their lifestyle.
Well, like the ability to like have a job and money.
Oh yeah, that's cool too, but some of the best podcasts are people who have no money and are broke as hell. Like I like their early episodes too. In their early episodes, they worked at like a laundromat and like a gym. Now they do this full time.
How are laundromats still a thing?
I don't know. I mean, I guess apartments.
Even the scummiest like apartment buildings I've been to have washing machines.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. It is odd. I don't really know. I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't know, because my apartment has a washing machine and dryer.
That confused me.
It's $1.25 to wash. Yeah, kind of sucks.
Ripping you off.
A little bit. But how much would that cost if I had to pay utilities?
Don't you guys have free water in rent?
But not we don't have free rent.
Well, no, like you get your
utilities
water.
Are included in our rent. Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you guys just get a washer or dryer?
We had a washer, but then it broke down, and also then you have to keep a washer in your kitchen. That's pretty big. That's like 4.
You can put it in the corner here or something.
There's a grandfather clock there.
Move things around. Put it over there. Dude, I don't know.
There is no room in this place for a washing machine.
If you stack them on top of each other, have you seen those like upside down frying pans?
Well, you can't get a dryer, because a dryer you have to set up with like a specific big ass cable, because it draws so much power. So you have to have like this big giant cable. It's like maybe new ones you don't have to, but like older dryers and like industrial dryers, they're like fucking. They have this big massive cable. It's like this wide. So that one we couldn't set up, but a washer we could. But a washer does draw a lot of water. But also we had one, it broke down, and it was a huge. We had it on this big like, we had this pallet with like wheels that we kept the water. It was awful. It was so big, and it was always spilling water everywhere. It was very useful, but
I'll be real. It kind of feels like a ripoff that they're charging you to use a washing machine when you already pay rent.
Yeah. It could be worse. My grandma pays like $3 for a wash. Yeah.
It's like one of the bare amenities to provide.
I don't think that's a bare amenity is a washing machine. I don't think it's a bare amenity. I think drinking water.
I guess, but like once you get past your essentials.
Once you get past drinking water, you're left with other stuff. How come you have to? How come your landlord has to give you drinking water, but they don't have to give you food? That seems like equal priority to me.
Nope.
Like food. Your landlord should legally have to provide you with bread. And circuses.
Well, that's dictatorship. Having to stand in line for free food is actually bad.
I'd rather stand in line for free food than paid food. If People are like, oh, the bread lines. It's like, man, I gotta wait in line for paid food.
I gotta stand in self-checkout lines.
Well, I gotta stand in the self-checkout line when I go to get popcorn.
There's an old lady waiting for the assistants because she scanned her item too many times.
Yeah, how do I... Playing... Let's talk about video games. I get so distracted. It's so fun talking about life.
You ever play Bubble Pot?
But
Facebook?
yeah, it would be a dream to be on that show.
Yeah.
It would be a dream. I think they're funny. I wish I look up to them. They're my influence. I've stolen a few of their bits. Not like word for word, but like the concept I've borrowed, which I don't think it's
as long as you put your own spin on it.
Yeah, that's how art and comedy and like
nothing is original.
Yeah, that's how everything works. Is you borrow something and then you put your own spin on it. I've never stolen one of their jokes word for word, and I never would. I think that's stupid.
Speaking of jokes, I heard a funny one on the radio on the way
Tell me
here.
this joke.
How do you get number 1 to go away?
How do you get number 1 to go away?
Yeah. You give it a G and it's gone. It's a little funny.
Yeah, it's a little funny.
It made me chuckle.
It's a little funny.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that? 106?
Yeah, Tyler Carr.
Oh, I fucking hate that guy.
He's been wigging out because Nintendo. He's like a big Nintendo stan.
I want to make an official stance.
He's like, I can't pre-order it.
I want to make an official stance, so I feel like it's no... I'm sure we've mentioned what city we're in before, but I'm going to make an official statement. We are a Manitoban-based podcast. I'm very proud of my province, but I'm going to draw a line in the sand right now. Fuck 106. They are not our friends. We do not care for 106. Tyler Carr, you're okay. Wheeler, you're fucking... I hate you. You're a piece of shit, Wheeler. You're racist.
Girls.
He's racist as shit. I hate that guy. He's like anti-vax. He's racist as hell. I was listening to 106 the other day, and one of the hosts was like, so all our paychecks are going to get a little bigger. Minimum wage is going up by $1. And I'm like, Wheeler, you broke fuck. Are you paying these people $1 an hour? Like, are you giving them minimum wage?
That is the biggest radio station in the province.
That's 99.
Bigger than 106?
I think Bounce is bigger than one. Because Bounce is a cross is an intra-national. Bounce is in every city in Canada.
Yeah, I guess so then.
So I think Bounce is bigger than 106. I fucking hate 106. I hate 106 so much.
I like their morning news or celebrity news you can use.
I hate that. It's like Taylor Swift donated $1 million to truckers. It's like, what can I do with that? What do you mean you can use that, you moron?
It's always so like clickbaity.
It's so stupid.
Like on the way here.
In 6 minutes, we'll be having celebrity news we can use about Katy Perry's egg count.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
On the way here, they're like, in 5 minutes, find out what Ellen Pompeo said about Taylor Swift behind closed doors. So
well, it's not closed doors if I heard it.
For like 20 minutes, she was saying what she said behind closed doors. And
I saw one.
It's like, oh, she's a good person.
It was music news you can use, and it said, it was like, Ellen Pompeo reveals the real truth about Taylor Swift in 5 minutes.
That's what I was just saying.
And yeah, and then it's like, Taylor Swift donated $100,000 in every city she went in.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you. That's clickbait. You clickbaited me.
That's exactly what
you watch baited me. When I was listening to 12 o'clock Energy Mix, I was promised an hour. It lasted 25 minutes, and then I heard Tyler Carr back again.
Say which one about Energy 106, but they're Friday, like after 5 p.m.
The Friday night 5 p.m.
Like
the Friday mixes. 5 p.m. mix is good.
They're fire.
The 12 p.m. Energy Mix is balls.
Yep.
So
they also play Birds of a Feather way too much.
Oh my god! This new Drake song I've been hearing on 106 is like, I'm Alicia with my Bisha.
Oh,
I'm a Disha.
Let me see your bird. Let me do your dance. That one.
I don't know. Anyways, so Tyler Carr's wigging out about Nintendo. What's he mad about?
Well,
Tyler Carr's a radio host in our city.
He was because Wheeler brought up. He's like,
Wheeler's a racist radio host in our city.
Yeah. He's like, so you don't. You're mad about the Switch, right? And he's like, yeah. Let me tell you. So
that's how he sounds.
The Nintendo Switch. I want it so bad, and they won't let me freaking pre-order it.
Why won't they let him pre-order?
I don't know.
Do they know who he is?
I guess not. But he really wants it. I thought they were like setting it up that he was going to be mad about the prices, like everyone on Twitter is. But
no. Chocolate in this?
No, it was the fruit.
It smells chocolatey. It smells chocolatey.
I'm sorry, I didn't give you a sip.
It could be cherry. Maybe cherry I associate with chocolate.
Maybe.
Go on.
But yeah, he was wigging out because he couldn't buy it.
That's why he's mad, because he can't pre-order.
Yeah, and then Wheeler was like, What do you think about the prices,
Baby.
Tyler?
He's like,
And
oh,
he's
I
like-
love them.
He's like, fuck the prices. I don't give a fuck. I'm
I
gonna
don't
buy
give
it.
He didn't say fuck though.
No, he's not allowed.
Well, you can say fuck on Canadian radio.
Not 106.
Well, yeah, but that's probably like a contractual thing. But you can say 101.5. They say fuck.
Denial of is a River by Doechii is like every second word bleeped out on 106, and it drives me
Dude,
crazy.
if you listen to 101.5, they say fuck on the radio.
Do you remember before 106 was popular?
Do you remember when you could say fuck on the radio?
The popular pop station was 103 with Ace Burpee.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the school I went to, one of my, this is not even an interesting story. A kid I knew, his mom was friends with Ace Burpee. It's not even interesting.
It's mildly interesting.
It's not interesting. It's not interesting.
Yeah.
He
What does
said-
he do now?
Ace Burpee or the kid I knew?
I guess both.
Ace Burpee, I think, is still doing. I think he's still like a city talking
The
head kind of guy.
counselor.
I don't think. No, I think he's just like a city personality. Like
He's a celebrity. Ish.
celebrity's a bit of a
A
stretch.
local one.
A local celebrity. I mean, then the kid I know, I don't know what the hell he's doing, but I always thought he was a prick.
Well, hope he's dead then.
Well, maybe not.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
His older
for that,
brother
too.
was nice. I liked his older brother.
Okay. Well, shout out to his older brother if
His
you're
older
watching.
brother was like a chubby gay guy.
Chubby gay guys are sometimes annoying, but they're always nice.
Some of them are really fat.
Some of them are really fat.
Fat white gay guys are like, bro, you better shut the hell up before I kill you.
Whenever, okay, this is gonna sound bad, but like every time you see a fat gay guy come on stand up, I'm like, here we go.
Here we go. You're gonna be talking about how you were getting it.
Yep, in the butt.
Fat gay guys who do comedy just talk about how they get it in the butt.
Yeah.
We
Talking about bring home twink.
talk
It's
about.
like we already knew that.
I was bringing home this guy. It's like, yeah, I guessed when you opened your mouth. I guessed when I saw your big hairy belly.
This is might be our most problematic episode
No,
yet.
man, we're doing good stuff. We didn't say anything
Our
problematic.
most problematic episode is the apology episode.
Okay,
Like
you know,
Miranda sings.
you said two off-color things about Indigenous people by accident, mostly.
As white people often do.
And I just commented about gay guys, but it's okay. I can say that. Hi, hello. We're filming something right now, just so you know. So this is my sibling, my sister. Well, I won't say her name for anonymity's sake, but I do have a sibling. I have two siblings. I was talking to someone and they're like, this is when I was working at the paper. They're like, I don't even know you had sisters. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I worked with them for 2 years. I never mentioned it. Never brought it up.
Why
They're
don't you talk about
Until
your
like my
family?
last week of working there.
Hmm.
I don't know. It wasn't relevant.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dude, we barely talk about video games at all.
I asked you a few
Moo Moo
times.
Meadows Cow?
Yeah, there's Moo Moo Meadow Cow.
Moo Moo
in
Meadows
Mario
Cow
Kart.
and Monty Mole are in Mario Kart World. That is going to be so heat.
Also the penguin.
Also the penguin.
Pushy penguin.
The eponymous pushy penguin.
I love the penguins. They're so cute. Do you remember Shy?
What sound do they make? They go like...
Do you remember the Sherbert Land from Mario Kart Wii? And it had the big
I
giant
didn't play
penguin.
Mario Kart Wii.
Oh, that was my favorite level.
Sherbert Land.
Yeah. Yeah, I always like the penguins in any game, really.
I mean,
Yeah.
$80 USD American. $80 USD is kind of crazy. Look, it is kind of crazy.
In the words of Tyler Carr, I don't give a fuck.
But it is kind of. You have to admit, it's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy, but
It's kinda
not
crazy.
like I'm not going to buy it.
I know, but we're already paying in Canada $90.
Thanks, Trudeau.
Yeah, well, it's true. We used to pay. It used to be $60 no tax. Remember when it was $60 no tax for a video game?
No.
Really? Oh. When I bought XCOM Enemy Unknown for the Xbox 360, I paid $60 no tax for that motherfucker. No tax. If you bought games digitally, you didn't pay tax back in the day.
I guess I remember when Wii games were only like $50.
And if you bought digitally, you didn't pay tax. But it took so long.
Oh,
to
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it took. Remember how long it took to install games? When you
Mm,
install a game,
I never bought digital on
you
Wii.
never bought a single virtual console title on the Wii.
I did on the 3DS, but not the Wii.
How long did it take you to install?
On 3DS?
Yeah.
Quite a while.
Okay, so then you know what I'm talking about.
Usually I'd let it go overnight.
I will kill you.
Okay.
I said, you know what I'm talking about? And you go, no.
Well,
And then 2 seconds later, you're like, yeah, I do.
Yeah. But yeah, Wii games weren't too bad, but then I didn't play any console until Switch came out.
Wii games were fucking crazy to install. It would take forever. Dude, Xbox 360, PS3 was the worst. Holy fuck! Installing a game on PS3 was insane. It would take forever, and you'd have to sit on this, like you'd have to sit with the screen open. You couldn't turn the console off. You couldn't close the download screen. You couldn't play video games. So you just had to sit there with the fucking thing open, your PS3 going bonkers because the fan on that thing was crazy.
Sounds miserable.
It sucked, man. But man, there was a lot of good games on PS3.
The Wii was tight because like
the Wii was quiet.
It was super quiet, and you put the disc in, and then you click on the app, and it spins the disc around.
Oh yeah,
and
classic.
Then after like 5 seconds, it's ready to go.
That's
like the Smash Brawl thing.
Well, that's just how games you used to. Young people won't know this. If you are under the age of 18, you probably don't remember not installing games actually, which is kind of funny. Because I think you'd just be a little too young to remember.
Jetlangs.
Well, no, I think if you're like a 17-year-old watching this or something, the first like 6 years of your life, you maybe had to, because like if you started playing games when you were 10, like that, the PS4 was out in like 2014 or something. So if you're playing PS4 in 2014, now you're installing everything. But if you're like me and you started playing games when you were like 4, PS2 you don't install, PS3 optional install, PS4 everything gets installed. You can't even play until you install. It used to be you pop the disc, because even in PS3 you just pop the disc and you're ready to go.
I think I understand now why we have that generational like difference in media that we grew up with, because you started playing games apparently when you were like 3 years old.
Well, you grew up rich.
You're playing like Xbox 360 Live.
Wealthy. You grew up very wealthy.
Did I?
I don't know.
But yeah, I didn't start playing.
That's a lifestyle that we never knew.
I just played DS and Wii when I was like 7 already. So
I had a Wii. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, but like that's all I grew up with. I didn't play like PS2 games.
Yeah, but also like you didn't watch Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. You were like watching Disney Channel only.
Disney and Teletoon.
You had a deeply I don't know. You had a deeply suburban upbringing. Your upbringing was
It was a gay ass upbringing.
Your upbringing was critically suburban. I don't know if it could get more suburban than what you grew up with.
Yeah.
Were you ever in a cul-de-sac?
No.
Did you ever have a white picket fence?
Is a cul-de-sac like the circle?
Yeah.
I guess my dad's house was like that.
Did you have a fence in a backyard?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a backyard. Ever.
Not even on Sarah?
Never had a backyard.
Hmm.
I don't know what it's like to have a backyard.
I mean, you've been to my backyard.
Oh shit, we didn't do a clap sync again.
Womp womp.
We're so stupid. It's too late now because I'm not gonna, whatever.
Okay.
Dude, Wii was cheeks. I hated the Wii.
You have a thing with motion controls.
I actually like the Switch's motion controls.
Then why haven't we been using it?
Because your Joy-Cons are broken.
Yeah, but if I'd known you liked it, I would have fixed it.
How would you fix your Joy-Con?
Buy a new one.
That's not fix it. It's just buying a new one.
I didn't know you liked it.
I do.
Why do you like that? Because I find the Switch way worse than the Wii.
Really?
Yeah.
But the Switch is, I don't know. I like the Mario Party Jamboree motion control games are fun. It's just the Joy-Cons suck ass.
Do you think you'll want to play the Switch 2 ones?
Yeah, I mean, if you get a Switch 2, I think the Joy-Con controls will be a lot more fun.
Okay, because that'll be fun playing Jamboree with all the motion controls.
People are getting mad that you can use the Switch controllers. I saw people angry that you could use the Switch controllers as a mouse, which it's like totally, it's super gimmicky.
It's cool.
It's like gimmicky, and it's not really going to be useful. But I don't know why I don't know what's mad. What there is to be mad about?
No, man. For strategy games like Civ 5 or whatever, like.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Because you can set up the dock and then you can play with the mouse. I guess I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be good. Because a lot of strategy games, the console translation controls often aren't very fun.
Yeah. And like Steam Deck,
it's
going in the trash. People aren't going to buy that anymore.
I don't think you're right.
You think I'm wrong?
I think you're wrong.
Think about
the performance of a Steam Deck is better than a Switch too.
But they're both like $1,000.
No.
What would you rather have?
Low key, probably a Steam Deck.
But you can play all the same games on like a laptop for like a third of the price.
No, dude. Please show me a $300 laptop that can run fucking FF. Show me a $300 laptop that can run FF16.
You're not going to play that on your PC.
Yeah, people can. People play on the PC. People play it on the PC.
Yeah.
Okay, show me a $300 laptop that can run fucking
Minecraft.
fucking Minecraft.
My old laptop was.
I don't think it can anymore.
Probably not, but it could run like basic games like Minecraft or.
My laptop was $500 and I can't run Minecraft anymore.
It's also old as shit.
Yeah, well, it once upon a time it wasn't.
Maybe if you cleaned it up a little.
What I'm gonna wipe it down and it can run Minecraft?
Mm-hmm.
It's like upgrading guns in Last of Us. I just wipe down my laptop and then I get a new GPU.
Well, if you want to like have a gaming PC,
I didn't say I wanted that.
you can just like give it more RAM or something.
No,
right?
that's not how that works.
I don't know.
I don't have a dedicated graphics card.
True.
So that wouldn't matter if I added more RAM. And you can't. I have enough RAM. My problem is not RAM. I've got a good amount of RAM. That's not the problem. My problem is my computer's processing core and my graphics card. I don't have a dedicated GPU.
That reminds me of in like 2016, before I have the computer tower that I have now.
Trump won the election.
Yeah, Trump was there. And before I had my computer, I was just playing games on my shitty laptop that could barely run any games. And I was trying to play Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
And I never realized how bad the quality was. It was like 720 pixels. And it was so laggy and terrible.
Switch 2 be like.
Yeah. And then I got the computer and it was like 1080 screen and it runs smoothly. And I was like, wow.
Switch 2 be like.
Yep. Switch 2.
Switch 2 be like, dude, Switch 2 if it was like a cute waifu. Master, is 480p enough? No, bitch. No, bitch, give me that PS5.
Man, you can get 4K pixels undocked now. That's crazy.
You cannot get it undocked.
Not undocked. I said docked.
Oh, docked. Yeah, only docked. Yeah, but I think Steam Deck.
Jamboree 4K.
I'm pretty sure Steam Deck runs 4K. I'm pretty sure Steam Deck has 4K capability.
No, because it's only handheld. It's not 4K.
Okay, what do you think 4K means?
4,000 pixels.
You think a mobile thing can't have 4,000 pixels?
Not Nintendo.
Not Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't know how.
It's too hard.
It's probably not even going to be. It's probably not even going to be. The native resolution's probably not even going to be 4K. It's probably upscale. It's probably everything's going to be stretched out.
In 2030, when Nintendo releases the 4DS,
it's not going to be native resolution.
The 4DS will be 4K.
It's not going to be native 4K. It's going to be like stretched out. Mario's face is going to look all torn, and you're going to be able to see like. They're going to have to use
AI. It's like that game where you stretch his face.
Yeah, they're going to have to use AI upscaling to make him look 4K.
Yeah.
They're going to put it in widescreen, even though it's supposed to be like a box.
Mm-hmm.
Then the docked Switch is probably going to be a square, and when you put it on your TV, everything's going to be stretched out. It's going to be like, let's go! And he's going to be all fucked up looking.
Do you think when they release the GameCube games, they're going to be remastered?
No.
Or at least like upscaled?
Yeah, like... But it's not native. Like, it's the native resolution won't increase. It'll just be, like, upscaled graphics. Like, it won't look as good as a remaster, but it'll look the way it would have looked on a 4K TV. Not that existed back then. But the native resolution is still going to be, like, 1080 or 720 or whatever it was when it came out.
Were you wanting me to get the online subscription?
You already have the online subscription.
Well, I do now, but I might not by the time the Switch 2's out.
Well, isn't your subscription... When does your subscription run out?
I think like end of summer.
Well...
But I mean, like Luigi's Mansion.
We probably got
coming out for
3 months. I thought it was launching... I thought it was launching with the console.
A few games are, but remember they release the games over time. So Luigi's Mansion isn't out yet.
They're launching Wind Waker. Who cares?
Wind Waker is cool.
Who cares? Wind Waker's gay.
Oh, I should have sold my.
When I was a kid, we only have like 2 minutes, so I gotta get this out quick. But when I was a kid, I saw this modded copy of Wind Waker on YouTube, and it was called like Link is gay, and they had a dolphin dolphin software, if you know what that is. It's like a hack. It's like a hack thing. It's not hacking. It's just like a modding emulation software. and it was called Link is Gay, and the video depicted Link
Snowboard.
going into like a tavern or a bars. I don't know if they have bars in Wind Waker, but he went into like an inn, and there was a guy who was like effeminate, and then he started humping Link in the video game, and I thought, and for like the next like I was probably like 8 when I saw that, or 6 or something.
Homophobic.
No. And for the next like 2 or 3 years, I thought Wind Waker was like an adult, like weird sexual game, and I was kind of scared of it when I saw pictures of Wind Waker.
Oh.
My experience with
That's
Wind Waker
funny.
was very different from yours, and I've tried to find that video and I just can't.
Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda.
It scared me. I thought your favorite was Twilight Princess.
I like Twilight Princess, but as I've gotten older, I kind of realize that it's kind of dookie.
The Wind Waker's tight,
Twilight Princess.
dude. You got the Ukooks in Twilight Princess.
It's
The
like
Ukooks are like Deborah.
it's very drawn out. Like Did you play the game?
I like the. No, I watched Stephen Plays.
Oh yeah. Well,
You
there's
don't know
just
Stephen
like
Plays.
but it's just very drawn out.
What about the Ukooks?
I like them.
I like the aesthetic of Twilight Princess.
Yeah, it's all right. I liked playing it on the Wii.
I like that
You
it
could, swing the
It looks
sword
so
around.
it's so gritty. I don't like the way Skyward Sword looks. I really don't care for its
Yeah, like the
designs.
watercolor.
Is it? I don't think Skyward Sword is watercolors.
Yeah, it
No,
is.
man, it's 3D.
Yeah, it's 3D, but the aesthetic is like a watercolor
And I
palette.
don't like the way everyone talked. I don't like the way
Brrr.
Bruce went.
Did you like Groose?
One of my friends really did. I had a friend who played a lot of Nintendo games. He was always kind of effeminate, and he's bisexual now. But could have predicted that one when he was playing Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Wind Waker's fun.
we're
I like
out
the
of,
art style.
we're out of time.
It's like
We're out of-
Sanrio.
I like
Poop.
Breath of the Wild was overrated.
Yeah.
So that's all the time we have. Name one game that's overrated and make it controversial.
Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey?
Yeah.
What? That
I like Galaxy more.
I loved Mario Odyssey. I thought that game was so fun.
It was fun.
It's my favorite Switch game.
But I think
Anyways,
Galaxy's better.
actually, Jamboree's probably my favorite Switch game.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.